Hello everybody, welcome to the I Am IT YouTube channel. My name is Shabazz and as ever, I'm the IT geek. As you can see, I'm not in my office today. I am actually on site in Sydney. We've got the amazing Sydney Opera House behind us. So a bit of a different change for me. I'm actually joined by a very special guest, Silvan Mader. Silvan, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey guys, my name is Silvan Mader. I'm CTO and co-founder of Cloud Clarity.
So you remember I've done some episodes on Cloud Clarity already regarding sort of what it is, and we had obviously John, one of the devs who came on and did about a technical overview. So I thought I'd invite Sylvan on to kind of finish off that round off that story because Sylvan, I'm very interested to understand first of all, how did Cloud Clarity start? There must have been a light bulb moment or something. So what was that moment?
Yeah, it was a bit like it was quite a few years back, but at the time we were doing, it was all the time when we talked about Azure Scaffold and early days, and yeah, the first thing we sort of looked at was like how we can use tags, and I guess tags is one of those things that even back then was like really hard to manage,
Yeah.
but saw the value in obviously having good governance in place, having good description of the environment. So we felt like it was important that that's managed the right way. And so just it was sort of like a little bit frustrating, like
Yeah.
for engineers to uh, implement that, but then also like once you see those environments
Yeah.
that were going for a while, that it's really hard to get that right and have it in a way that it's usable. So yeah, the lack of the tool, I guess, in the platform
Yeah.
drove us to, hey, could we not just build something to make that
And
usable?
that's still a massive problem, right? So
Mm.
it's not just something that you obviously saw. You're working in the industry, you saw a problem, and then you thought, you know what, we need a tool, and you went and just built it yourself, really.
Yep, yep, exactly. That's and it's like it's always when you address those kind of problems, it's like the it's probably always around that how is that going to be addressed
Yeah.
by Microsoft, for example. But yes, you're right. Like I think it's still a problem that exists today, and I think with all the frameworks we have
Yeah.
today, um, governance, obviously that all over governance and security frameworks topic is top of mind. But tax, as we
Yeah.
know, is a big topic for different disciplines like cost,
Yeah.
and I guess good governance, having a good
Yeah.
description of your environment.
Because I've personally seen anyone who watches the rest of my content. I do a lot of governance and security heavy content. They'll have seen that when it comes to governance, if you don't do it at the start, it can become
Yeah.
unmanageable. So I suppose what Cloud Clarity is doing is, okay, if you are in a scenario where you've got greenfield, it allows you to use it from the start.
Mm-hmm.
But also for those customers, I suppose that's probably a lot where Cloud Clarity has gone to, where governance has just got out of hand because it's not been managed properly.
Mm.
How have you found that sort of use case and how have they benefited from it?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things how usually people find us through the marketplace is when they experience that pain point of they have an environment that's probably gone the wrong way, and there's either governance or, let's say, cost control
Yeah,
that uh, people say, hey, we need to do this
yeah,
and we need to fix it, and then they look at tax and then they are like, oh, this is in a bad state. How do we
yeah,
how do we fix that up to get the reporting and you know that governance in place for that particular environment? So yes, we it's actually, I find it incredibly hard sometimes to explain the problem to somebody who hasn't
yeah.
experienced it. But
Right.
but if people have the pain point, they go like they look for us to sort of see how can we address the
Yeah.
problem.
And one thing I saw when John was doing the demo was that you obviously understand this is a developing issue and it's always changing. Cloud Clarity doesn't you develop it a lot. It's got new features always. So what's some of the future stuff that's coming with Cloud Clarity that you can tell us a bit about?
Yeah, look, I guess as a probably more platform. So we started with the just tag management and make that super easy. Have a tool for that where you can do that at scale. Um, then we brought in the tag health, which is really the reporting side of it and the
Mm-hmm.
tracking, so you can get a quick overview
Mm-hmm.
of your environment. But then, so what we're looking at now is probably more. Um, add value. Again, sort of like finding those gaps in the platform that make it incredibly hard to maybe get a good overview. So we're specifically looking at what we can do next in terms of change tracking, documentation, alignment to security frameworks. So those kind of things. That exception handling is probably another big one. So see how configuration stacks up to the rest of the environment, and really like add value in terms of saying, hey, this is what you need to look at. So, but I think overall that's still under that governance banner.
What I love about some of the stuff you just said there, these are, again, having been an architect myself, having worked with customers, understand these are all pain points of customers. These are real world problems. These are real world problems that you've experienced yourself. So you're like, you know what? You're not waiting for someone else to fix it. You've come up with a solution. And again, the development is going to, these are new issues that you've seen. So I think that's great how it's been developed. So Silvan, thank you very, very much for coming on. I thought this would be a really good way to round off the Cloud Clarity story, because obviously I had a go at it myself. I had John on. I thought, you know what, I really want to understand a bit more about the organization, the business, and where the idea came from and what lies in the future. So thank you very much for coming on. For those that are interested in Cloud Clarity, I'll put all the links in the description. I'll put Silvan's LinkedIn as well, so please feel free to reach out to him, or you can get through from the website. Loads of other useful links as well to my exam topics and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing some more content like this in the future, because it's a bit of fun, a bit different. So thank you everybody for watching, and until next time, goodbye.